Hey guys, RedPandaMining here. Hope you're doing well. Having a really great day. I have one of these ASRock BC 250s. This is basically a cluster of PlayStation 5s, 12 of them to be exact. And so, yeah, this thing's actually been out for quite a while, and I know Son of a Tech, he was one of the first content creators to create content on this, and that was a bit ago. And I believe Mining Warthog was really prominent on this unit. But here we are. I have one of these. Thank you to BC, a viewer, subscriber of mine who wanted to send me one of these BC 250s to do a video on. And I don't know, I have to say this thing it looks pretty cool, to be honest. I like the fact that, I don't know, these are like 12 PS5s in here. And, you know, they're all individual, like, you know, little computers. They all have Ethernet, USB, is this DisplayPort or HDMI? That is DisplayPort, yes, DisplayPort. And it comes with two 1200 watt hot swappable power supplies. I know it looks like there's two other slots here, but apparently, thank you to BC for this info, they are not plugged in, or there's no slot to plug in another power supply. There's only two slots here, so a 1200 watt, another 1200 watt. If you can find comparable power supplies, apparently you can upgrade these. If there is like a 1400 watt or I don't know, 15 or 1600 watt one. I heard you will need to upgrade the PSUs if you were to do the GPU mining and also the CPU mining at the same time. But yeah, all these PlayStation 5s have APUs, okay? And so to compare, I've been told it's like a Ryzen 5600 for the CPU, and then for the GPU, it's like an RX 5700. So yeah, that's the hardware in this thing. Just gotta plop this in. All right, there we go. All right, so disclaimer first, I am not trying to promote or get anyone to buy one of these things. This is from a website called PCServerandParts.com. I am not affiliated with them. Again, I received this from a viewer, subscriber. Thank you, BC, so much. So this thing is $499. Okay, looks like there's 627 in stock. And so this BC 250 is not profitable for mining at this point in time. At my 8 cents per kilowatt hour, I think I'm breaking even or making a little bit of profit on the 5700s if I were to mine, I think, Ironfish. We did just do a live stream testing that, but here is where, you know, I think this thing could provide some value in terms of the potential that, you know, if someone were to buy this, which is $500, that this thing is, in my opinion, multi-purpose, that you can install a bunch of different OSs, or you can, you know, make a bunch of nodes, or do some type of cluster, or just, you know, individually use each one as like a computer, because I believe there is 8 or 4 gigabytes of system memory. I think it depends on which version you get. I know there's a 12 gigabyte model and then an 8 gigabyte model. Because it is an APU, they share the memory. But yeah, because each one is its individual, you know, computer, basically, you could run a bunch of different instances in a way. But one thing I am worried about is the idle power consumption of this thing. I haven't played around with it too much. Again, we did the live stream, and this thing is extremely loud because it has 5 80 mil fans. They are very, very loud. There's a high-pitched whine that comes out of these fans. And so I know that there is actually a fan mod you could do on this thing. And there's the power button here, okay? Otherwise, yeah, there's 5 front fans here, and they're very, very loud. And they are controlled by the first slot. Thank you for the people who told me that in the live stream. So we'll turn it on in a second here, but I just wanted to just talk about, you know, the little bit of, I guess, trouble that I had with this thing first turning it on. I thought I had a broken PlayStation 5 board, okay, but it was actually off. But I simply had to hit the power button in order to turn it on. Thank you to Crypto Mikkel for that recommendation there to turn on. When I plugged it in and turned it on, all of them came on except for one. And so let's turn it on. I'm gonna plug in the first power supply cable, okay, and I'm gonna plug in the second one. Okay, so without further ado, let's hit on the power button, okay, on the front. Can you guys hear that? It's like a high-pitched whine. Okay, so look, you guys can see one that's not on. It's simply because I hit the power button and it turns on. All right, so now they're all individually on, and I don't have 12 network cables. Okay, that's kind of like one of the drawbacks with this thing. If you were to use this for mining, you need to invest in 12 network cables. You also need to invest in either, okay, USB sticks if you were to do Hive OS or something. I don't recommend USB sticks, but otherwise they do have the M.2 slot. So I do have an M.2 SSD that's in there, and it's not screwed in because the full length is, I believe, a 2280 size. But yeah, we were able to install Hive OS successfully, which we did through one of these, M.2 readers. And if we were to refresh my Hive OS here, okay, let's see if it shows up. Yeah, there we go, BC250. Okay, so I currently have it mining iron fish, fish hash, and also random X, which is not very good. Okay, so it's just ramping up now. Okay, so this thing, okay, since I don't have the other 11 plugged in, this thing is idling and mining with one at about 1200 watts. So extremely power hungry. Now we can individually turn off each one. Okay, if I hold the button here, it turns off. So I can turn off each one, and that'll save a bit of power. But I will eventually, install M.2s in each of these PlayStation 5 boards, and I do have a bunch of NVMe or M.2 SSDs already. So yeah, I'm gonna install those. I ordered a bunch of network cables, and I do have a 16-port Ethernet switch that I'm just gonna put on top of it, and I'm gonna do another video. And oh, the fans just turned, because I turned off the first one. The first one controls the fans. Look at that, you see that? You hear that? There's no more fans on because it's off, because the first board controls it. So if I turn it on, it turns back on, okay? All right, so yeah, guys, stay tuned, I guess, for more content on this. Again, I'm not recommending anyone to buy this. This is not an efficient miner at all. But I guess you could say, if you're buying this for 500 bucks, if you had free power, then you can go to town. The spec sheet said if you want to mine like ETC hash, 610 mega hash. If you want to mine Raven coin, you can do 245 mega hash. But the power consumption is really high, like over 2000 watts. And if you were to CPU mine, you're gonna be using more than 2400 watts apparently. But hey, if the bull run comes, or altcoin season comes and some kapow or ETC hash coin pops off, this thing could have some type of value. All right, it could. It very well may have some type of value when some kapow or ETH hash coin pops off. Who knows, right? Then this thing could be profitable. But until then, right? Until then, with the two boards running, I'm at 340, 350 watts right now. I just gotta, I gotta get more Ethernet cables, more M.2s installed, and right now it's, let's refresh this. We're mining Ironfish 32 mega hash. All right, 83 watts. I'm expecting more. It's probably, I don't know if this power consumption is true or not in Hive OS. We all know AMD cards are notorious for underreporting their power consumption in the OS. So it's probably, I'm guessing 120, 130 watts at the wall for the, basically an RX 5700, okay? So, all right guys, that's it. That's it for this video. Stay tuned for more. Once I get my switch in, my network cables, once I put in Hive OS on all the SSDs, I'll get it going, get it mining. I'll do a bunch of tests mining, and yeah, I don't know if Warthog is profitable on this thing. We'll see. I don't know. We'll try a bunch of other stuff, Cubic, Ironfish on all of them. But yeah, the biggest thing is just the power consumption. It's quite high. I wonder how we can try to lower that. All right, my friends, let me know your guys' thoughts on the BC250. I think it's pretty cool. But here for me, I'm quite limited on power, so I can't have this running full bore. All right, I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good one. Peace out. Peace out.